That is a stunning piece of wood. I would have never thought in a million years that that would have ended up coming out. Don't even see it very well because it's so shiny, the light's reflecting off of it. But I took that bit. So this is the project. I'm calling it my prehistoric bowl, as you can see from the title. The reason being is because it's old, chunky and rough around the edges, just like me. So sticky and horrible. So yes, so yeah, nothing else to say really. It's failed. No good. So I'll see you guys next week. Fresh new project, one that works. And take care. Speak to you soon, and bye for now. Oh, it did come. Sorry, it didn't come up. I thought we'd lost camera. Welcome to everybody. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's safe and warm. It's a bit cold out there today, a bit frosty, but no rain is the main thing. No rain. So today, gonna get the Proxxon out. I've had this since not last November, the November before. I bought it from the I can't think of the name of the place. We went to a show up north near no, name of the place has gone up near Yorkshire. Harrogate, that's the one. The Harrogate show, and it's been in its box. Hadn't even turned it on till this morning, and it's been in its box since then. So we're going to give this a bit of a bash. So that's a newbie for me. So hopefully we're going to crack this one. So welcome to everybody. Hope everybody is well. Thanks to each and everybody who came over on Friday for the special guest airworm. Absolutely awesome success for that. Really did appreciate everybody's input. And as you may or may not know, that Martin's running a competition. So what I've done, I think Mark's already put the link in. I did ask Mark yesterday if he checked the link in a few times for the competition for Hampshire Sheen. Well, it's the Woodworking Shop is the competition for, which is Martin, Sabian Smith and Les Fawn. They've gone together and opened up a shop. So they're doing an awesome competition. The prize is worth nearly 600 quid. So go over, register yourself for the competition. You never know, you may win it. UK only, users only, sorry, this is only for the UK. And just for entering, you get a discount code as well to use in the shop. So even if you get the discount code, it's worth going over and checking it out. So today, I have a small piece. Not very. Peace, I said, love. Calm down. Round about 9 inches. Oops, across. Not very
Real
thick. Yeah, real
inches.
inches. By 1.25 inches thick. So it's not a very big piece. But what I want to do is just, it's more of a decorative piece today than anything else. We're going to curve the bottom. Going to do the bottom in black and use a bit of gold or silver embellishing wax to bring out the grain. And then we're going to curve the top a little bit. And then we're going to get the carver on it and put some nice grooves and patterns in it. And then we'll see what takes our fancy after that, really. So we'll see what happens. I will get ready to get this in the chuck, and Nick will go through the chat and welcome all you lovely people in.
Now?
Yeah, now, please.
Right, welcome to Wood Wizardry by Colin, Barry's Woodturning, Andy H's for Turning, Mike Yu, Hobby Woodturner, Terry from TJ Turning, Malcolm Douglas, Robert from Hodgepodge, Scott the Blue Light Turner, Lawrence, I can't pronounce your surname, that we're going to try, Colin Izzard, Circular Wood by Keith, Ian IDR Woodturning, excuse me, Doug Miller at Woodspun Round, Adam I Love Woodturning, Di Prout is on, Benjamin, Mark the Gentleman Woodturner, Steve Scott, Robert Dolman, Rob CP, Ruby Clare, Steve from Rubber Dub Wood, Rex B, Barry's Wood Creations, Tommy's Workshop. Also, we've got John S, Gerard the French Turner, and I think, Colin King. The Man of Crafts.
Oh, Floyd. Hi, Floyd.
Bridget Phelan. I think that is everybody. If I've missed anyone, I apologise. Welcome to our Sunday afternoon live.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? You actually said our, not Steve's.
Midnight Joker. Oh, Ian in the shed. Oh, God, I missed quite a few. Sorry.
Yeah. Shout out if she's forgot your Rob CP.
I said Rob CP.
Did you?
Right. Just let me have a quick read, because you did have something from Hodgepodge. I reckon that's 4 degrees in his shop. Mark's put the link on again for Martin's competition.
Yeah, Mark did say, yeah, I did ask Mark yesterday to chuck it in a few times during the live, so we'll get as many people as we can over to go and register to that. That'd be absolutely awesome.
Right, so Benjamin's got a question. He said, who's the next host guest?
Oh, I can't tell you that, Benjamin.
Do you reckon you can get Colwyn Way?
I can ask.
Right, Hodgepodge thinks that's funny because you said bottom twice. Nikki's laughing because it's true.
As always, guys, if there's a question, put question in first. Nikki's live, really, Steve. Yeah, you're right there, Mark. Oh, safety glasses helps.
Mark said, ooh, thin to start with, much opportunity for funnelness.
Yeah, I know, I see it.
And Ruby said, be nice, Mark. Rubber Dove said, you got the funnel plugs ready. Ian in the shed said he had to de-ice the padlock on his shed. Frozen solid. Hodgepodge said, is that rope near your tail stop that you're practicing knot tying with?
Rope? Oh, no, that's my, does he mean this?
Don't forget a bit behind, so I don't know.
Oh, you can't see it there. I think you can see it on this camera. This, do you mean this, Hodgepodge? This is my airline for my air gun.
I think I said the Man of Crafts, didn't I?
Yeah, Floyd. Welcome, Floyd. Hope you're well.
Graham Buchanan.
Afternoon, Graham.
Right, question. Rubber-Dub said, can you get Morgan Freeman to be a guest earworm?
I think I may be pushing my luck there.
You know, you are pushing it, yeah. He's quite happy to ask anyone, but...
if you guys have actually got people you'd like for me to try and get on.
My headphones making a funny noise. Is that because it's going to go flat?
What do you mean it's making a funny noise?
It keeps going. Doodle-doo.
Well, I might do.
Oh, great.
If you guys have got someone who you'd like me to try and ask, or I'll ask.
You're going to plug me in.
Hang on a minute, I'll be back in a minute, guys.
Amy's on.
It's charged up. Just don't walk out with them because they're plugged in.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I was saying, if you guys want me to try to get people on that you want to see, then drop me a private message and I'll ask. That's all I can do. Not guaranteeing they're going to say yes, because some people are a little bit apprehensive. Because obviously I'm not a nobody famous, and some people think you want to do it just to promote your channel. But I can ask. That's all I can do.
It's a bit of fun at the end of the day, and if they think it's any
Exactly.
more than that, then more
Exactly.
for them.
I ask people to come on just to something for a bit of difference.
The thing is, it puts, like, for Martin, it puts his products out there as well.
Exactly, and this is what
But,
we
you
said.
know, people might not have.
No, some people think you're doing it just to promote yourself. Where it doesn't bother me. I do it because it's good interaction for other people. But anyway, we can ask. That's all we can do.
Got Nick Castle on.
Hi, Nick.
Chris from Spin and Wood Dodger said, "Does Morgan Freeman cut a veg?" Are you saying that's what I sound like?
What, you sound like Morgan Freeman?
Yeah. I don't know if I could do an impression of him. I'm not very good at impressions.
Right, so this isn't going to be very deep, obviously, so I'm going to try and get away with a real shallow mortise in the bottom here. Perhaps try and get a couple of mil in here.
Douglas Mungham is on as well. I didn't mention you. Good afternoon, Douglas.
Hi, Douglas. Like I say, I hope everybody is well.
Ian in the shed said Mike Walt would be a good earworm.
Yes, I did speak to Mike. Mike has said he may try and get on later on in the year, but at the moment he's really busy, so...
We don't have lunch, Amy. We're not very good on weekends. We had biscuits, didn't we, Steve? Coffee and biscuits.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
And then for dinner, or tea as I call it, we're just having some pork and some lamb because I've got some bits to use up. So we are having a roast. So you'll hear me chopping in a minute. It's still doing it. Why is it still doing it? Oh, we'll see. Simon Hope would be good, as nearly everyone uses his tools.
Yep.
Terry from TJ Turner said that.
The thing is with people like Simon Hope, and like, I've not really tried to contact them because obviously at the moment with lockdown and their shops being closed, I can imagine they're under a little bit of pressure. So I didn't want to seem to be a bit cheeky.
Barry's Woodturner said, "I like it, Steve. It's fun."
Yeah, I'm glad.
Mark's put, it's sometimes embarrassing when Steve begs me to be on his lives, but I do it anyway, lol.
Please, Mark, please.
Gary Letitia's on.
Hi, Gary.
Hodgepodge put, "It's nice of you to have pity on him, Mark." Andy H said, "Should be quite a quick funnel today, lol."
Yeah, I'm hoping not. I'm hoping we don't get a funnel, but you never know. Never know. Right, so let's give this a little bit of shape.
Yes, Douglas, we have got carrots. We always have carrots. Might have stick carrots today for a change. Ooh. We actually tried them with honey on, didn't we?
Yeah.
So might try that again. Tommy said he's got smoky bacon, Stornoway black pudding, tomatoes and egg. And no, Steve, black pudding isn't his dessert. I'll never forget that when we was we went out, hadn't we, for breakfast somewhere, and they said black pudding was on the menu, and Steve couldn't quite understand why a pudding was served with breakfast. So I had to explain to him what it was.
Remember, I'm just a basic country boy.
John S has a question for Mark. He said, can you do a demo on your sphere jig?
Mark did do some, I think, didn't he?
Do you drink your coffee?
No, but it's got wood shavings in it now.
What's this one on here? Oh, me, isn't it? I thought it was this one on here. Oh, right. Levin's to turn. Oh, wait a minute, I've missed it. Levin's to turn is on. Harry from Hodge Hodge would be a great earworm. Benjamin said Australians have Tesco's. Paul Smith's on.
Hi, Paul.
Says good afternoon. Mark's put another link in for the Woodturning shop. Adam from I Love Woodturning says honey and thyme with carrots. May have to try that. Robert Dolman said it wouldn't be Sunday without the sound of carrots being chopped. You hear that?
Yeah.
All right, we'll have a laugh or answer, please. You got another question?
Right.
You know they're not going to be sensible. Mike the Midnight Turner, Midnight Joker, said, do you have to call a woodturner professor when they've made 3 funnels like Mr. Punch puppeteers?
I suppose it's like anything, you can call them whatever you like. Whether you get an answer or not is another matter.
Amy said in Bristol there was a cat sat in a Tesco store just sitting there chilling.
Right, so let's put a little bit of detail in the bottom just to break it up a little bit.
Brian at Hartwood Turning is on.
Hi, Brian.
If I've missed anyone, I do apologise, but we welcome you all.
So I've just shaped that with the 1/2 inch bowl gouge.
Right, sorry, Marcus just said he did do 2 videos and a live on the jiggle, still on his channel.
I know you did them.
You can put a link on for your channel, Mark, if you want.
Put a link on for
You
the
can
videos.
do that, can you?
Yeah, you should be able to put a link on for the videos.
Barry's Wood Creation wants to know what timber you use, and you probably don't even know.
Right, I'm going to say this because this is what I had. This is what I had writ on it after the discussion we had on Friday. It had elm writ on it, but whether it is or not, I don't know.
Scott's got a question for everyone. Is anyone a fan of Roxette?
Roxette? What, the film or?
There's a film called Roxette. Roxette's a singer, babe.
Oh, Roxanne. Where's the
Roxanne
film with
No, Roxanne is the film you're thinking of.
Is it? Oh, right.
I thought that said what funnel. And Rex B's got a question. He said, what was your first wood turned item you sold?
It would have been a bowl to Nikki over the road. Small live edged bowl. To be honest, Rex, I haven't sold a lot at all.
Give a lot away, don't we?
Yeah.
Presents and gifts. I think you're going to lose me. We've got another question. Sorry, I'm just checking my headphones are plugged in. Ruby said, what device are you using to coordinate your cameras? I didn't even touch the alcohol yet.
It's it's called a Stream Deck, Ruby. And what it basically is it's like a glorified extension off your keyboard.
Oh, Mark's answered it, sorry.
You program it with icons. It's hard to explain really, but you set up icons for it. So basically when you press a button over here, it tells the screen what to do. So
Um, Wood Wizardry by Colin.
Have you
Sorry,
died?
no, I just was going to burp. Wood Wizardry by Colin said, Steve, a carbide, lol.
Yeah. I do use them now and again, Colin.
Door 60 is on.
Hi, Door.
Benjamin said it looks like sweet chestnut, and then Keith's come up and put in capital letters elm.
That's what it said on it.
Christine and Michael Hesseltine are on.
Hi, Christine and Michael. Hope you are both well.
They're listening whilst cooking lunch.
So, like I say, I'm just going to do the bottom black, and then we'll add a bit of embellish and wax to it. So I'm going to sand it up to 400 grit.
Rubber Dove says, how many Nickies have you got?
Only need one. Can only afford one.
Brent Beecroft is on.
Hi, Brent.
Scott's done you a song, but I'm not singing it.
What's he put?
It's to the theme tune of... You'll have to read it later, but it's... I can't think... What did he say? It's the theme that Must Have Been Love by Roxette.
All right.
But he's made up his own words, but you'll have to read it because I ain't. Alex Lammy's on.
Who did you say is on?
Alex Lammy.
Oh,
Lambie.
all right, Alex.
Lambie. Right, Lawrence. No, I think he can mention his surname. He says that, don't he, Wayne? He told me what his surname was, didn't he?
Yeah.
Bajay. Bagay. Bajaga? I don't know.
Give up.
Yeah. Really? Alex has been doing house chores. My God, you wouldn't even know what that is. You know how to make the house messy, but you don't know how to tidy it up.
I can tidy it, believe me. Like I've
Just
said all
choose not
along.
to.
Like I said all along, there's a difference between can doing it and wanting to do it.
Amy said it's 22 Celsius right now.
Says summer in it over in Australia.
I know, but I do like the winter. Especially when I can have a fire. But I like the summer as well. No, Scott, I'm not singing it at all. He said, go on, Nikki, I'll buy you flowers. No. Right, Gerard the French Turner said, about Martin's competition, if someone is outside the UK but knows someone with a UK address, Martin will post it to that UK address so you can enter the draw. Yeah.
Yes, he did
It's
say that.
something to do with not the price for shipping, but the problems with customs and that, isn't it?
Because we're outside the EU now as well. That's just at
It's
the
not.
moment. I think Martin's suspended all his international shipping out until all the Brexit things sorted out.
Adam from I Love Woodturning said he sold his lathe.
Oh man, to get another one or not to do any more? Right, so last grit 400. I mean, the giveaway that Martin and Les are doing is absolutely an awesome. It's an amazing giveaway.
Benjamin has now said, can you please stop sharing the link for that competition because it reduces the odds of him winning.
I won't worry about Benjamin Marks where he puts his tabs on it.
Right, Mark Hughes said, 2 questions re using resin. 1, does it harm the bandsaw?
No.
And 2, can it take a worm screw?
I've seen people put worm screws in them, but what I normally do is I normally glue a waste block on and attach that to it on a faceplate.
Adam is getting a new lathe. That's why he sold his old one.
Good.
Lawrence has a question about the wax product. Is there much difference between brand one better than the other, the most common use?
What's that for?
Question about wax product. Is much difference between brand one better than the other most common use? Not sure what that means.
Does he mean embellishing wax or wax? Question about wax
It says
products.
wax, yeah.
The only waxes I really use are the embellishing waxes, if that's what you mean. Obviously, there are lots of different brands on the market. I mean, I've seen people use, you can use gill cream as well. You haven't got to use a wax. So there's several things you can use. Right, so I'm going to clean out this with a bit of methylated spirits, just to clean the grain out. Or de-alcohol,
So Mike's been
denate.
given some answers as well by other people, so that's good.
Right, so that clean the grain out. Let that dry for a few seconds.
So to cut veg, or to look at my recipe books. I forgot to bring something to put the veg in. Recipe books it is.
So just let that dry off. I'll pull out my fragments of wood out of my coffee and drink my coffee. Oh, missed a bit.
Oh, Lawrence said between chestnut and Yorkshire.
Chestnut do. I don't know if they do embellishing waxes. Do I know they do gill creams? I'm not sure if they do embellishing waxes. But Yorkshire grit is a cutting compound, not a wax. Hampshire Sheen do embellishing waxes. Right, so what I'm going to coat that with is some ebonizer lacquer. So I'm going to give this a coat of Chestnut Products ebonizer lacquer. So that'll give me a black base.
Benjamin said the tiny turner turned a great hunk of resin last night. Did she say how much it was in materials?
Yeah. Resin's not cheap. It's, if you use aluminite, so you're looking 120, 130 pound a gallon, if not. Oh, I think they're American quartz, aren't they? So that's 3.8 litres. So it's not the cheapest stuff. I use resin. I was using polyester resin, but I've now gone over to epoxy. So that seems to be working pretty well at the moment. But all right, so still wet. Just dried off a little bit. We will be doing a resin project in a few weeks, hopefully.
About time. Barry's Woodturning said about 80 quid. And Gerard, the French turner, said Yorkshire grit, which one is better, brown or the white?
The brown is the original, which is takes it from, you sand up to 240 grit, and then that'll take it up to about 1,000. The white you can use on wood. I have used it on hardwoods, but the white was actually designed for resin. So the white will take you from about 1,000 grit, or from 1,000 grit up to around about 2,000. So if you're only using it on wood, you only want the brown one. You only want the original.
Daniel from Torn Age to Bright is on.
All right, Daniel, hope you're well.
And Amy's got a question. She said, are you crackle coating this?
Crackle coating? No,
Why
I can,
not?
because it takes too long to dry. But if Amy wants to see me do a crackle coat one, then I'll do one next Sunday if she's going to be here. I can do one in a week or two, or next week. Right, so I'm just going to give this a coat of ebonizer lacquer.
Klondike Craftsman's on.
Hi Lewis, hope you're well. Don't forget folks, we've got Battle of the Makers again next week. So we've gone into the new year with the Gold Hunters and the Wood Warriors neck and neck, one win each so far. So we'll have to see what happens in the new year. So we'll have that next Friday, 7:45. Just waiting for Mark to get the questions right for me.
She said if you do, she'll stay up for sure.
Okay, that's a plan then, Amy. I will do a crackle effect bowl or platter next week.
Adam from I Love Woodturner says, does Yorkshire grit fill the grain with the stone in it? Is that one of the reasons it gives such a smooth surface? Just trying to understand how it works.
No, it doesn't. Yorkshire grit doesn't actually fill the grain. It's it's a beeswax. There's several different ingredients. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what ingredients is in that. Actually, I've got some here. Let's see if I can read the. I don't know if I'll be able to read it with my glasses.
You better give it to me then.
Where's the ingredients? A hand-blended mix of mineral oil, lemon oil, beeswax, rotten stone, and pumice designed to give your wood turning the perfect foundation for finish. So it's actually that fine. It wouldn't fill. Well, it doesn't fill the grain. I mean, I've used it on loads of pieces.
Mark's put, oh crap, better get some questions sorted. Um, Hodgepodge said Emma or Ed Oliver could be worth asking about earworm.
I have messaged. I did message Emma, but at the moment she's busy driving because obviously lorry drivers are really busy at the moment, and she's a lorry driver. Ed Oliver, I haven't messaged, but I can do.
James
Just
Cassidy is on.
Just write them down, Nick, will you?
Oh,
Please.
all of, I can't remember who the others were.
Simon Hope, Ed Oliver. This bloody thing keeps falling on the floor. Right, so.
Just say James Cassidy is on.
Hi, James. So we're just going to get a bit of Scotch Brite. Just denib this. Because the grain has swollen a little tiny bit, so this will just make it smooth again.
I'm writing down all your suggestions, so.
Then I can message them. I mean, what's the worst they can say? No. So what we're going to do now is we're going to cover that with a little bit of embellishing wax. Now I think gold or silver. I think gold. What?
Sorry.
You fell asleep on me.
I'm reading.
Does that stop pinging now?
No, it still keeps doing it every now and again.
Right, so I think a bit of gold.
Stuart Hayes, the Mank Turner's on.
Hi, Stuart.
Amy said, what about Glenn? He won't come on camera, will he?
No, Glyn won't come. Glyn don't. I will ask Glyn, but I don't think he'll come on.
Joe might.
Yeah, could do. She knows as much about Yorkshire Grit as what Glyn
Mm.
does.
Right, Stuart Hay said he might be in and out because he's got internet issues.
Oh man. So I'm using Gill Cream for this, just to show
Yeah,
you that
I've written that one down, Terry.
just to show you can use Gill Cream. You don't have to use embellishing waxes.
Mark says gold.
That's what I'm using. Gold.
Right, Hodge is 9 subs away from 500.
Oh man. Come on, guys. Let's see if we can get him over the 500 mark before Glyn.
Sniff off chair, sorry.
Put a little bit too much on there.
Do you want me to check who that was tinging you or not?
No, that waits after the live.
Might be something important.
I doubt it. Not for me. Put a bit too much on there.
That's alright, actually.
So I'm going to work this really well in. As like when you're doing any embellishing waxes, you need to work it right into the grain. So what we're going to do now, we're going to buffer up. This will just take off any excess wax or gill cream, whatever you want to call it. So just get a clean bit of tissue.
Rubber Dub said that was you, him messaging you with the win and lotto numbers. Message will self-destruct in 3 minutes.
So just buff this off.
Road carrot alert.
If only to have a bin. Right,
Stop
so
sniffing.
sorry. So there we go. That's I don't know. There you go. See the gill cream filling that in. Let's get out of the lathe and have a bit better ganders. So there you go. Just sort of fills that grain in nice. Just really enhances the grain on it. Like
Lawrence said, what speed do you use when buffing?
around about 5 to 700. You don't want to go too fast, but you need enough obviously to cause the wax to melt a little bit and sort of soak into the wood. But you don't need to put loads of pressure on it. If you put loads of pressure on, you're just going to burn off the wax that's in there. So it's just light pressure, medium speed, like I say, anywhere between 500 and 700. That's what I normally do. But as you can see with that piece there, that has brought up the grain really, really nice, really nice.
Colin said, ooh, shiny. Lewis said, that's nice. Amy said, that's gorgeous. Douglas Mungham said, amazing, Steve. Gerard the French Turner said, what's the difference between gilt cream and embellishing wax?
Let's have a look. Right, this is gilt cream. I'll show you the gold gilt cream and I'll show you the gold embellishing wax. And
Rob said, looks great.
Sorry?
Rob CP said, looks great.
Thanks, guys. Right, so this is Chestnut Products gilt cream. And as you can see, it's really goldy. It's part of their metallic range. Now, this is the Hampshire Sheen embellishing wax. Now, it looks a bit pasty in the tub, but when you actually move it about, you can see the gold coming through it. So you can see it is gold. But I think sometimes the gilt cream just gives you that little bit more of a glittery shimmer. The Hampshire Sheen doesn't have such a goldy shimmer to it as the gilt cream. I will admit I use Hampshire Sheen stuff quite a lot because I do really like the products. But I think something on black, you just want that sort of goldy shimmer. Then I think the Gill Cream, I believe they do gold, silver, and bronze, I believe, or copper. So they do quite a few different colours, but down to different preferences, really.
Rubber Dove's got a question. Do you ever use wax to remove the gilt cream? I think Emma uses Wood Wax 22 to buff and remove.
You can go over the Gilt Cream with a wax. The only trouble when you use a wax, if the Gilt Cream hasn't filled the grain in perfectly, the wax is going to fill the grain in, and then you're going to end up with some white spots because as the wax dries, it's going to go whitey colour, which is I've had a few problems with. So normally, if I'm going with Gilt Cream or embellishing wax, if I'm going to keep it, then I normally lacquer it over the top of it. To be honest, put 6 or 7 coats of clear coat lacquer over it, and then just gently burnish it up to get a nice perfect shine. Then you still get that the glimmer coming through of your embellishing wax.
Tornage Debra said, does the gilt cream work good with just plain wood as well, or just with paint?
No, you can use. I don't know if I've got one here actually. You can use it just on normal colours. I haven't got one out here, but I have done it where I've just put it into like the grain of a basic piece of wood, which just sort of enhances the grain a little bit. So, I mean, that's all you're doing with the embellishing wax or gilt cream. You're just enhancing the grain. You're not trying to cover the wood up in any way. You're just enhancing what's already there.
Right. Robert Dolman said that's really nice. Ian said he picked up some embellishing wax from Axminster the last time he was allowed in the shop, as they had it on sale. Lawrence said, thanks for replying, it becomes very beautiful.
Thank you. I mean, embellishing wax I think it just brings another level to your work piece. I think that's the way it works. Right, so I've just skimmed that off. So now
Daniel Tornage said he's got 6 pallets of free wood.
Blimey, God.
Oreo12394 is on. He said, is there something you can put in the gilt cream to thin it? The last 2 I purchased were very hard and dry.
They're designed to be thick to stick into the grain. If they're too thin, they're not going to fill the grain up. They're going to soak into the wood rather than obviously sitting in the grain. If you colour in like the piece, let me just go grab the piece we did last night. Friday. Right, so this is the piece we did Friday night. I've now give this some lacquer. It just needs buffing off to wrong camera. It needs buffing off now. Right, let's get on the back on that one. It needs buffing off now to bring the shine on it. This has had 11 coats of clear coat lacquer. But what I'll do now is I'll buff this off. But as you can see on here, I don't know if you can see the bronze. We put a bronze gilt. Oh, there you go. There you can just see it. We put a bronze gilt cream in there, embellishing wax, sorry, in there. And what that does is it fills the grain. Now, if you was to make your embellishing wax too thin, it wouldn't sit in the grain. It would just smudge all over the wood. The idea of the embellishing wax is to get in the grain particles or the soft grain and enhance that part of the wood. So thinning it, I don't know if that would work properly, to be perfectly honest. But again, it's trying. And don't forget, if you're using embellishing wax, you need to sand and seal your piece first, because if not, it will just soak into the wood. Right, so we're going to try this bad boy now. Like I say, never used one of these before, so what can go wrong? So 2 ways I can do this. I've watched Stuart Farini several times, and I've watched a few other people. So we can either run the lathe slow and I can just move it about, or I can do it individually. So I'm going to have a go at doing it with the lathe spinning. What's the matter?
Nothing. Is that anything?
Try this way. I just want randoms. I don't want.
Baz from Real Simple Things is on.
Hi, Baz. And before you ask, no, we're not burning.
Right, Di's just said he's got a question. Would anyone be interested in green wood? He estimates he'll have his storeroom full by March, so I want to start getting what we cut to those who need it. That stinks.
Oh, thanks. I had a shower and all.
Well, first one of the year, I suppose. Love you, really. All these new recipes you get to try. I bet you can't wait.
I'm so excited.
They're all chicken. Not really.
No, bloody not. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep away from the edge here too far, or getting too close to the edge. So I want to try and
Hodgepodge said that texturing would look pretty good burned through, I bet. Baz said I've got the £2 coin ready. Richard RJK Spinning Woods on.
Hi, Richard. Right, so I'm not going to do no more than that. Oh my god, my till's dirty now. So I don't know if you can see. Oh, you can see
Gerard
that.
said those gadgets are too expensive when you're out of work because of COVID and only get government emergency payout. But I tried this with an angle grinder and it works also. Anything you got?
Exactly.
Paul Kavanagh is on.
Hi, Paul. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to let me think. I want to see that depth of that them cutouts. So I can either do one or two things. I can either use Hampshire Sheen's intrinsic black to spray it black, and then we can sand off. Just run a soft bit of sandpaper to take the high points back to natural wood, and then we can colour that with another colour. Or the other option is we could use the ebonizing lacquer to spray the front again, and then we could use the gill cream on a piece of tissue just to gently brush over the top of the high points to leave the black. So you'll see the black as lower points, gold on the top. Now, because we've done the back black and gold, my heart is telling me to do it with the intrinsics and put a bit of colour on the front. But as a fool I am, I'm going to let you guys choose.
Right, just a question. Adam from I Love Woodturner said, is that a saber-tooth disc? What carbide grit is it?
Right, hang on, let me just blow my nose.
Did you have to do it with the mic though, did you?
No, I did it in a bit of tissue.
Normally you do it in your sleeves. I suppose that's a good thing.
Oh yeah, I suppose so. Right, this is the micro mount. No, sorry, wrong bit. This is what it is. I'm just going to show you the cardboard, to be honest.
Barry said burn, burn, burn.
No, I'm not betting that. So it says, which is the English part? Rust disc with carbide burrs. It doesn't actually give you a grit on it, to be perfectly honest. No, it is a Proxxon one because I bought it when I bought the actual machine. because they was doing a bit of a deal on them, so I got it a little bit cheaper than normal. I know they're not cheap. I think they're normally about 35 quid for this little tiny blade. But to be honest, I don't really think, unless you do something stupid, it's going to wear away pretty quick because it's quite a robust. I mean, unless you're using it on metals or hardwoods or whatever, obviously it's going to wear away quicker. But I don't think it's going to wear away very quick. But what you can get is you can get the Arbortech blades as well, which are these ones,
Oh dear.
which are like a mini chainsaw disc, really. They're really good for again putting texture in and patterns and grooving and this, that, and the other. So there are loads of different
Grooving.
grooving. Yeah, there are loads of different accessories you can get with them. They also do flat discs and things like that as well. So
The same colour.
colour, right? So
Tornado said red and copper. Mike, you said intrinsic colour over black.
yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Then. It's a bit thick. So I'll spray it black first.
Right, so I Love Woodturning said put colour on it and then a light sand to take off the high points, then wax it.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it black first. Then I'm going to sand back so we get the high points, and then we'll put some colour over the top of that.
Gerard said, I think if you use black gesso from Joe Sonia, it will stay better in the hole, but would be easier to sand out from the other place.
Right. Ooh. So I'm going to...
Colin from Wood Wizardry said, damn, that's a scary piece of kit.
That's fine.
Hodgepodge said he needs to buy some of those saber-tooth bits, but they can get pricey if you get a couple of them.
Yeah, they can. What I normally do, Robert, is I normally buy one, and then when I've used it a bit, a week or two or month or whatever, because it's not one of those things you use every week or every day. So what I do is I buy one, and then after I've had it for a few times and used it a few times, I then order another one, so I've got a spare. Then once I put the spare on, I then order another one.
Barry's Woodturning's off. He's going to dish his dinner up.
See you later, Barry. Thanks for coming over. So I'm just spraying this in. The intrinsic colours are sprayable straight out of the bottle. They're water-based, so you can wash your gun out with a little bit of water. But I use methylated spirits, to be honest, because it flushes out quicker.
Ruby said when she uses that tool, she usually colours the surface first.
All right, yeah.
Rubber Dub said orange over black.
Let that dry a little bit, and then we'll just gently sand it back.
Oh dear, I can't stop yawning now. Oh. Sorry, folks.
Right, so
Sounds nice.
it's dry. So we'll get our sandpaper. We'll start with an 80 grit, and we'll start knocking it back.
Alex has got a question.
Who?
Sorry, we ordered so much. Alex, he said, do you not use sand and sealer before the black?
No, because you want the sand and the sealer to... sorry, no. You want the colour to soak into the timber. If you sand and seal it, it can't soak into the timber. You sand and seal after you put all your colours on, Alex. Then that seals them all in.
Dave from Mole Valley's on. He said, afternoon. Sorry I was late. I was just looking for a £2 coin just in case.
Afternoon, Dave.
Douglas said, how about iridescent paint?
Could do. I think I'm going to keep it flat though. Flat colours on the top.
Flip. Oh. Getting uncomfy now. Yeah, I think so, Terry.
So as you can see, we've taken back the black. It should just be leaving in the low spots.
Tornage put Nikki, stop that. You're making me sleepy. And it's 8 a.m. Oh my god. I was up at 7:30, so Steve cannot get out of bed quietly.
When I'm up, everybody needs to be up.
Mike, where did you get the airbrush? And what's the brand?
The airbrush came from eBay, I think. I'll try and find a link for it and stick it in the description after the video, mate.
And Colin said, where is the best place to get makers coins? And are they expensive?
Von Hank is where I think a lot of people get them from. I think the last time I looked, they was about 25-30 pence each, and you have to have them in an order of 100, I believe. So, yeah, they're not cheap. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of colours on here. I'm going to do honey to start with, if I can find it. So a little bit of honey.
That's what I'm going to put on your carrots.
Oh, a little bit of honey, not this
A little
honey,
bit
I
of
hope.
honey.
Not this
A
honey, I
little bit
hope.
of honey.
So I'm just going to brush this over in places. I'm hopefully just going to turn out that little tiny dish
I
bit
think
in the middle
Mark's
there.
put a link in for you.
For what?
Tools.
Oh, right.
RDG tools.
Has he
The
put
airbrush.
he put a link in for my new bowl gouge? Is it? I'm a new
For the
spindle gouge. Is it?
airbrush. You're not having no more tools.
Mark told me I've got to have some.
You've got to do some more jobs around the house first.
Mark said I need them.
I need a bathroom cabinet, so...
Well, if I had spindle gouge, I could make you a bathroom cabinet.
No, it's okay. You've got enough tools to make me a bathroom cabinet. Seems funny when you want something. It's made, done.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Right, where's this? Flame
Tell you,
red.
being married to a builder is the worst thing ever. Everyone went, you'll regret it when he goes self-employed. Me, no, Steve's not like that. Psh, little did I know, I was wrong and they were right. Gone quiet, mate.
I'm thinking.
You go, you careful. Robert said, why are you obsessed by carrots? Oh, Von Hank's on.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Speak of the devil. We was just talking about you,
Mm-hmm.
Von Hank. One of the guys was asking about maker coins. And I
Might wait a minute. He might have answered it, but just give me a
right.
second. Adam said that's a really nice effect. Richard Phelan said you can get a set of 6 airbrushes from Sealy for about 80 quid.
Yeah. Just be careful though, because some of them get different different types of air gun. I use the ones with the cups on the bottom. Some of them come with the top feed cups, so just be careful.
Tommy's Workshop said Von Hank must be like Glyn. Did you mention the name of it?
Yeah.
Midnight Joker said, what's the name of the girl at Whitehall Pottery who was on the Makers Festival? I've been thinking about pottery makers coins.
Heidi Jacobs.
More value put domestic. Well said, Nikki. If I have to do chores, yeah, exactly, Alex. Mark said, don't listen to him, Nikki. I said, no such thing.
You liar, Mark. You liar.
Ruby said blue would have looked good.
Yeah. I need to start using some more blues in that because I do use quite a lot of reds and yellows, I must admit. Try to get a little bit darker on the edge here. So this is a bit of ruby red. I'm just putting on the edge here just to try and
Ruby, 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 Ruby.
just get that little bit darker on the edge. So I'm not going to go no further than that because that's going to just go too much. And I've got a habit of going OTT on colours. So just clean this out quickly while that's drying. So these are the brushes I use. I think I'm sure I got them from eBay. About £25 each. But I couldn't when I did order a set that somebody mentioned where you get the 4 for around about 80 quid. But at the time I couldn't get them and I had to buy them individually. And I didn't want to be washing out every time, so I wanted more than one.
Mark put, Steve, don't listen to Nikki by the spindle gouges. No, he is not. Listen to this. Douglas Mungham put, Nikki, I iron, cook, do the washing and washing up. Oh my God, I wouldn't let Steve touch my washing machine. No way. It's hard enough, isn't it, mate, to get you to actually... I have to put the tablet in. I've even put it on the programme to put the dishwasher on and he forgets.
Yeah, see, I forget. It's not that I don't want to do it, I just forget. It's the trouble when you've got dementia.
He don't know what Hoover is. Muck does not faze him at
I do
all.
know what Hoover is.
If the carpet needs... Matt needs hoovering as you walk into the house. He won't think just to grab the hoover off the wall and do it.
I'm just going to get dirty again. What's the point?
Don't shut up. There's going to be a punch up live on YouTube in a minute.
And I do use a hoover. Mark will confess that I use a hoover because I'm always hoovering the workshop. Alright, just wash this out.
More Valley put, it's not the number of tools you have, it's what you do with them, says the man with 4 different SKUs. Right, Amy's got to go.
Alright, Amy, thank you very much. So, Amy, we will do a crackle effect bowl for you for next week. How's that banging away?
Next door. Douglas should be blocked from the chat for indicating a riot, please.
Who said that?
Lewis.
Right, so.
Bye, Amy. Take care.
See you, Amy. It's strange to think that's their summer over there and we're like -2 over here.
Yeah, but I'd like to say it's quite nice to have a bit of winter, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Just be nice to be just a little bit warmer to go for a walk and not freeze your bazookas off.
That's what you got coat for, love. So.
Shut up, says the one who says, it's a cold, I'm getting old. I really feel the cold now.
I'm getting old. Right, so going to give a coat of sand and sealer. I'm going to be using Hampshire Sheen pre-fin sand and sealer. My catch-up bottle. Well, this might not be a bad idea. Actually, I think I'll spray on. If not, I'm going to end up tearing tissue. It's going to be stuck everywhere. So I won't be using chestnuts. Hampshire Sheens. I'll be using chestnut spray cellulose sand and sealer.
Douglas said he's not allowed to hoover because he's got a bad heart.
Yeah, I might have a bad heart, I think.
Mark said, Nikki, I agree with you. Don't let Steve buy those gouges. And he put, Steve, buy those gouges quick before Nikki stops you. Stop staring, Mark.
Mark, I'll have them shipped to you. And then you can say you bought them for me and sent them to me. How's that one?
Amy said, you're amazing. I'll be there.
Good.
Ian in the shed, he's not buying any gouges. Brian said, stop sitting on the fence, Mark. Tornado Dubois said it'd be nice to have a little heat wave, -2 degrees this morning.
Ooh. Right, so.
Lewis said this is a heat wave.
So.
Richard RJK said, Mark, is it not a little bit uncomfortable on that fence long? Mark put Simon Hope spindle gouges and handles. Ian, I think you mean what gouges is Nick not buying. Ain't done no veg for tea yet. Really can't be bothered.
Don't do anything.
Douglas bazookas. Is this a wood turnant?
Let's have a little more dust coat.
Douglas said it's -4 there.
-2 here it is. What it was earlier when I was out here.
Just a minute. Oh, it's 22 degrees in here. I reckon.
So just let that dry a little bit.
3 degrees, I reckon, here.
Outside.
Yeah, and it's 22 in Steve's workshop.
You can turn it down.
That's lovely. I'm stood here in T-shirt. Colin said, sorely tempted to get one of Hope double gouges.
Do it, Colin.
Lewis said we've been -5 or warmer through the day, every day, and it's awesome.
I must admit, I've been talking about getting the Hope bowl gouges for months and months and months. And I sold a few things over Christmas. So I thought I would treat myself. So I got the 1/2 inch and 3/8 bowl gouge with the handles, obviously. And my plan is in the next few months, whether she to get the spindle gouges to match. To be perfectly honest, because it's just nice to have. Now I'm getting to learn to know what I'm doing. It's just nice to have those little bit better quality tools. Don't get me wrong, the record power bowl gouges I've got are not bad, but they're so short, and you struggle with. I don't know. It's just I just yeah, you know what I mean. You guys know exactly what I mean.
What? That was Brian. Brian at Hartwood Turn said I think I might need a set of those fancy, the double-ended, and Hodgepodge said he was thinking the same. IDR said it's too cold to go in the workshop. Tornado Bar said Hodge complains about the cold weather and then turns in flip-flops.
Right, so I'm just going to denib this with the
Mark
Scotch
says I
Brite
can
again.
highly recommend the Hope double-ended gouges. Steve bought them on my recommendation. Colin said it's 2 degrees. Yeah, thanks, Mark. Colin said it's 2 degrees here. Robert said 6 degrees there.
Mark, you shot yourself in the foot there, Sonny.
Hodgepodge said it's 3 degrees, and Harry and I are shrinking here in Texas. Oreo said -3 here, which is balmy for Minnesota, US. No, you don't need more tools, Brian.
Right, so.
Colin said your short is good if you're limited for space like me.
So we just need to.
Hodgepodge said when at 70 I'll wear the flip-flops.
So we just need to turn that out now.
Benjamin said the Simon Hope gouges give you a bit of exercise too, Steve. They're quite heavy.
Not.
I didn't think those that heavy, did you?
I wouldn't say they're much more. A little bit, not a lot, I wouldn't imagine. So I'm just going to turn out this little tiny bit in here. I'm not going to turn a lot out. I don't really want a great deal. It's like I said all along, it's a decorative piece more than anything. So just going to turn that little tiny bit out of the middle there.
Mark put Steve made me recommend them.
No, I didn't.
More Valley said it's been a while since I've heard someone say, look at the bazookas on that. Robert Diamond said you always need more tools.
You never have enough tools. Never have enough tools. Just have a place to put them. That's the problem.
Colin from Wood Wizardry said Hope's negative rake scraper is a heavy beastie.
Yeah, I think Mark's got one of them, hasn't he?
Tornado Bra said my shop will be heated just in time for install in May. Rob CP said I need tons of new tools. Ian in the shed said I need more space before I can buy more tools. And Richard from RJK Spinningwood said it's so cold in Aberdeenshire that his thermometer has stopped working.
Bloody hell. So,
I'm hoping I can sweet talk Stephen to filling the coal bucket up. Wink, wink. Yeah?
well, even though I don't do nothing.
You fill a coal bucket and a wood basket. That's it. I like the fire. Well, Casey does. I set it up. Oh, see the size of this carrot. It's humongous.
I'm just using a negative rate scraper just to...
Oh, your dad. Oh my God, you're never going to believe it.
He's actually got his name right.
He has got his name right.
Woohoo! Nice to see you, Dad. Hope you're well.
Lawrence, but it's very nice. You can say it's a piece of art. Thanks for demo. Always learning from these demos. I have to learn a lot to say I am a wood turner. Thank you also for your advice. Thanks. That's Lawrence.
Lawrence, I'm still learning, mate. We're all learning. Every piece you turn, you gain that little bit extra experience.
Paul Cavan has put, I just got sent a new spindle gouge by accident. Honestly, I only ordered some sandpaper. Honestly, is that what you told your wife, Paul?
That's a good idea, actually. I need some new sandpaper.
No, Stephen. So you can tell I'm getting angry because I said Stephen. Mole Valley said, yeah, I want the Hope V-rake scrapers, spindle gouges, and the pro size spindle roughing gouge, but I don't need them.
So I've gone a little bit too far there. I've caught the edge of the...
No, I'm not
pattern.
coming on camera, but I could get Steve to show you.
What?
He's a big boy. My carrot.
Alright, calm down, love. You've seen a big carrot before, I'm sure.
He said you can't say a carrot is humongous and not show us. Karen Browning is on.
Hi, Karen. Right, so we just gently sand that up.
Brian put, so 3 jobs today. Build a bathroom cabinet, fill the coal bucket and log box. Going to be busy this afternoon.
Yeah, carbon washing as well, really.
Douglas Mungan put, Nikki, the government are cracking down on coal or wood burning fires. Don't know why. I love my fire. Mark said the centre needs to be bigger.
No. Really? No, I
Hodge,
like it like that.
Hodgepodge said, my wife thinks I'm the luckiest man in the world since I'm always winning all these items that arrive to my house. I love it. I then tell her I am. I've got you in my life. That's sort of thing Steve would say. Rob CP, I'm one tool away from greatness, is what I tell my wife every time. Oh dear.
Alright, so a bit too 400. Could sand and sit, not sand and sit, Yorkshire grit that, but I'm not going to. Cause,
You'll have Glyn on. Ian said, my tools go from the car straight to the shed. Rarely does my wife know they have arrived. Thing is, they keep putting them at the wrong door, don't they, mate? So, because I know they're there. Wouldn't it be nice he's on?
Hi, Hugh. I think that's Hugh.
Yep, well done.
I'm getting to know these names now. It's only took me nearly a year. Right, so I'm going to give that a little bit of sand and sealer in the middle there. Well, actually, I'll spray that because we did sand and seal it all. I should have really sand and sealed it all together, but...
Rubber Dub said, you're being overcautious, Steve. Still another inch depth in the bottom of that. Go for it.
No, I don't want it too deep. I just want to really just to... It's more of a decorative... I shouldn't have done the texture into as much as that. I should have broke it down into thirds. Well, I got a bit carried away with the texture tool, but like I say,
Get a bit carried away doing my bathroom cabinet.
I told you before, when you tell me what you want, I'll make it. I've got some old shutter and ply out there.
Don't really care what it's made out of.
Well, you will do. You won't want a shutter and ply. Right, so. Can't believe Dad's got his name right. I'm impressed.
I know. That's a double take. John Foster is on.
Hi, John. Right, so just going to denid that just to bring the shine back. Or the
More Valley put, hi Hugh, quick summary. Nikki has a massive carrot. There's been a bit of a domestic going on and Steve's a long way from the bottom of the bowl. Buy some Simon Hope tools.
Right, so we just got to decide how we're going to finish it. Obviously, being a textured piece, we don't want to be putting wax in it because it's going to be an absolute nightmare to get wax in there. So,
2:15, mate.
was it right? So what I'm going to do is I actually bought this the other day from a local store, and it's a super clear lacquer. So I'm going to give it a try with this, see how this comes up, and see what happens. Because, like I said, I've never tried this before, so we'll see how it comes up and how it. Do I spray it or do I do it freehand?
Mark said Steve built a cabinet out of the pallet wood from the new lathe you've bought, lol. Tornos do bar but one edit MVM by Simon Hope Tools, aka sandpaper.
Mark, the lathe don't turn up till next week. You were supposed to keep quiet about that. Alright, so get the extraction on just to draw
If
some
it's
of the
Wednesday,
heat.
it'll be sent back.
So like I said, I've never tried this before, so we'll see,
Yeah, change subject again.
see what it's like.
Yeah.
What?
If it comes Wednesday, I'll just send it back.
No,
Wrong
it's not
house, sorry.
It's not coming Wednesday. So I'm just going to try and gently warm this up in between coats to obviously give us a bit more, or so we can do it quicker basically.
It's Hodging on after you.
Yeah. What time's Hodge on? 6
I
o'clock,
think
isn't
it's
he?
no 2:30, I thought he said.
Oh, did he? So I'll perhaps give this a couple of coats. What time are you on, Robert? Please.
I thought he said 2:30.
I don't want Rover run if he's on 2:30.
Steve Scott said, I don't know about the thirds, it looks nice.
Sorry?
Steve Scott said, I don't know about the thirds, it looks nice.
Yeah, well, the ideal sizes are a third, so like a third rim, a third texture, a third hole. But,
He said he's got a live in 13 minutes.
right, okay, I'll be as quick as I can.
So stop hogging that.
Mark, can you put Hodge's link in, please, mate, so they can go straight over from here? That actually sprays quite nice and even, that lacquer, to be honest. And for, I think it was about £5.50 a tin, which is quite cheap for clear coat. But this will give you a rough idea of what it's going to look like. And what I'll do is I'll give it another couple of coats this afternoon, and then I'll get a picture up later today or tomorrow, just showing you guys what it looks like.
Scott said, wow, had SOS from the missus as the dog was a walking mud monster. How much shampoo does it take to clean a collie? You've got Alfred 521628 on. He said, can you please show the cutter on that tool?
What tool?
Don't know. That's all he said.
Oh, the Proxxon. Just give me 1 second, Alfred, and I will show you. And I'm going to take this out and I'm going to spray this flat because I don't want to put too many coats on and get it running up. Um,
You're going to like this one. Stuart Hayes, the Mank Turner, said, Steve, as a builder, you know too well that a spindle gouge is the long and slow method to make a cabinet. You need the Hope hollering jig and a sphere jig to make the knobs for the doors.
right, so let me just give
I'll
this
put the
one.
link on.
Let me just give this a quick coat of lacquer wherever I put it. Because with the spraying it this way, I can get it within the cutouts.
Paul Kavanagh just said his 6-year-old has just started his Christmas list for next year. Wife told him it was too soon, so I handed her the first 2 pages of mine. James Casti put, Paul, I like the first 2 pages.
Right, so Proxxon. I'll come on this camera, so...
John Foster said he's booked with Pat Carroll demo this evening at 7 p.m.
Oh, nice. So the tool, this is the Proxxon mini grinder, and it's the, where's the sheet for it? It's the rasp disc with carbide burrs in it. So I've got it as close as I can. I don't know if you can see that. It's got like little, shows these in autofocus cameras. So what it's got is like little stems on it. It's fairly aggressive, to be honest. You don't have to put hardly any pressure on it at all, and really cuts out really nice. Well, as you can see, it cuts out really nice. But I know they're not cheap. I think, at a rough guess, I'd say about £25–30 a tool. But what they also do is the Arbortech disc as well, which is, it's like a mini chainsaw pattern, like a chainsaw tooth cutting disc, which goes in the tool as well. And you get, I think for the set, I think these are about £35–40, but you get 2 in the kit. They come, these are actually from Arbortech. They're not actually Proxxon ones, these are from Arbortech, but you get 2 in a set, and I think they're about 35–40 quid. But like I said earlier, that obviously you're not going to be using them aggressively, so they're not going to be they're not going to wear, if you use them on soft timber or using them on soft timbers all the time, they're not going to wear really quick, so they should last quite a while, perfectly honest.
Getting cold now.
Are the Proxxon tools worth the money? I'm going to be honest with you, Ian, I couldn't answer that because I've had this Proxxon tool since October 2019, and this is the first time I've used it. It's only got it out of the box this morning. I hadn't even plugged it in until then. I bought it from Harrogate, and like I say, it's been on the shelf. Hadn't even took it out of the box. So time will tell. I will actually be using it more because I really do like how this is coming out. So I will be using it a lot more. But obviously, I can't answer that question at the moment. I personally think that's worth the money. I don't know what it was. I can't remember what I paid for it because I got it on a promotion at the show. So I don't know what they are new. I
What
would
was it?
say Proxxon mini grinder. I would say they're about £100 new.
You didn't pay that for it, did you?
No, it was on promotion when I bought it, and I got the Arbortech disc with it, and I think I paid half price for the carbide tooth bit as well.
It was about £100 for the lot.
Yeah, it weren't a great. It was definitely cheaper than what you should pay for it. Let's put it that way. Right, so let's go back and have a look at this quickly.
I don't think you got make a Deloach's on, make a 238 Deloach's on.
Oh, hello, mate. How you doing? Hope you're well, Ryan. Right, so there you go.
Gerard's asked which is better, the Proxxon or the Arbortech.
Well, there's another one as well. I can't think of the other one. What's the make of another one?
Adam's just put £99 new without the Arbortech discs.
Yeah, I thought it was about 100 quid. I can't remember. There's another make out and all, but I cannot remember the King Arthur. Arthur. I can't remember the name of it, but there is another make out there as well. That actually make a similar make of tool, and I believe they're a little bit cheaper. But I can't remember. King Arthur. Is it King Arthur? I don't know. Google it. If you type in Proxxon in Google, then I'm sure I'll bring up the other make as well. That's it, Merlin. Thank you, Dave. The Merlin 2. Yeah, they make a
That sounds like King Arthur, you
Well,
idiot.
I knew it was something about history. That's what got me King Arthur. I knew it was something about history. Well,
You are
Merlin,
so
King
funny.
Arthur, Merlin. He was a wizard, wasn't he? But anyway, so
Stuart said it was £40 all in.
what was
I don't know.
my Proxxon was a lot more than 40 quid. I think that was nearly £100.
King Arthur.
Well, I got close, didn't I? Got close. So anyway, guys, there's the piece.
Terry
Um,
TJ Turner's got to go, sorry.
yeah, we're now going to go because if not, Robert's going to overrun, or we're going to
Maker said
overrun.
Lancelot.
Right, so let's see if I can get a bit better camera on, a bit better colour, because that camera doesn't really. So it is a bit more redder than that. That looks quite orange, but it is quite. What I'll do is I'll give it another couple of coats of lacquer, give it a bit of a shine up, and then I'll get some pictures up on social media. But that's the idea anyway with the old Proxxon tool. Perhaps a little bit more care because I've got quite a big line in there that's not really mixed and matched in, but it's okay. It's not bad for the first attempt. But that's the idea anyway. And obviously with the back, we had our Guild cream in the grain to enhance the back grain. So like I said, I'll give it another couple of coats and then we'll get some pictures up. But other than that, like I say, it is more red than this. These cameras don't really show a lot of red. So I need to, these colours on these cameras are atrocious. But anyway, you get the idea. Right, so, question. I'm looking at getting better grinder wheel for my cheap bench grinder. I have trouble finding what ones to get. The box says 150 16 by 12.5. Colin, are you wanting them to sharpen your gouges? If that's the case, you're really better off looking at a CMB wheel, or is it CMB? CBN wheel. You'll be looking at, I know they're expensive, but you get a lot better grind on them. You get a better finish. If not, Pro Edge, mate.
Basically, I'm saying thanks, well done, looks good.
Thanks, guys.
People are going off and
Yeah, getting ready for Hodgepodge.
yeah.
So go over and check out Hodgepodge's premiere. We will be back next Sunday. As
I might be
requested,
washing my hair, you haven't asked me.
we'll be here next Sunday. As requested, we'll be doing a crackle effect bowl. I haven't got one to hand to show you, but there's one on my YouTube channel. So if you want to go and see what a crackle effect bowl looks like, then go and check one out. But we will be doing that as requested. Amy asked us to do one, so we'll do one of those next week. So other than that, I won't be no more lunchtime lives on a Thursday because as from tomorrow, I'm back at work full time.
Yes.
Thank God. But we will be back Friday. We will be back Friday evening for the Battle of the Makers quiz show. There'll be myself, Mark Beckett, Scott Grant, Lewis Golding, Wayne Clasper, and Huey Lionheart. We'll all be here for the Battle of the Makers. So if you get a chance, pop over and see us there. But if I don't see you before then I will see you next Sunday. So anyway, guys, take care. Bye for now. Take care. Speak to you soon. Don't forget to go and check out Robert Hodgepodge's premiere. And don't forget to go over and enter the competition for Hampshire Sheen. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.
That's all, folks.